We're at the Mildred Kemper Art Museum at Washington University, and this exhibition is called the Outwin American Portraiture Today. This show is coming to us from the Smithsonian's National Portrait Gallery, and it is an exhibition that happens every 3 years. It's called the Outwin Boochever Portrait Competition. The exhibition here includes the finalists of that portrait competition, including 47 different artists from 14 different states, including Washington, D.C. and Puerto Rico. Artists were invited from across the country to submit a portrait. There were over 2,600 applicants, and the competition includes the final 47. So there is a first place winner. Each first place winner receives $25,000, and they are also commissioned by the Portrait Gallery to create a portrait of an important American figure. And the winner of this competition is the Latinx artist Hugo Crosswaith. So the competition includes a whole range of media. So you'll see photography, you'll see painting, you'll see installation work. And the artists really tried to expand the notion of what portraiture can mean. So when you come to the exhibition, you're going to see a whole range of different themes that are important today specifically, including immigration, Black Lives Matter, and LGBTQ+ rights. Other artists are looking back historically and using photographs of an earlier time to kind of bring more representation to the present. For some artists, they describe this as an activist effort to try to bring these sort of lost histories or histories that are not often seen today back to light in our present moment. So one artist who does this is Deborah Roberts. Her work is a portrait of George Stinney Jr. He was the youngest person at the age of 14 to be put to death by the electric chair for a murder he did not commit in 1944. She shows us a portrait of this figure as both an homage to George Stinney Jr., but also as a representation of the violence and the trauma in the Jim Crow South. Another example is a work by the artist Lava Thomas. She creates a piece called Lottie Green Varner. It's a work in graphite that shows us a portrait, actually a mugshot, of a woman who was part of the Montgomery bus boycotts. And she was arrested for civil disobedience. This is part of a larger series where she's trying to bring more representation to the women associated with the civil rights movement. So taking in this exhibition as a whole, you'll see that many of these artists are really trying to understand the legacy of portraiture and how we can bring it into our contemporary moment, thinking about larger questions about representation, both whose images are shown, whose images are elevated, and who gets to speak. The Outwin will be on view at the Kemper through January 23rd. The Kemper Art Museum is free and open to the public, and you can find out more about the exhibition and our range of public programs at the museum's website.